this is Kevin with WordVice. Today we will be talking about the personal statement for graduate school, what it is, what you might need for it, and go over some essential tips for crafting a short essay. A little later we will look at a sample essay to give you an idea of what graduate programs are looking for in an essay and how you might craft this essay. So what is a personal statement? Well, many applicants assume that a personal statement and an SOP or statement of purpose are one and the same, but there are some distinct differences. Think of a personal statement as the glowing personal introduction to your SOP. This will go on top of your statement of purpose. It won't contain all of the technical details of an SOP, but will give the graduate faculty some background about who you are, where you're from, where you want to go in your professional and academic career. Unlike the SOP, which often does not have a specific word limit or page limit, the personal statement is usually a very brief profile summary of about 250 to 500 words that captures the essence of who you are as a person. Like the common application, this essay wants you to show your human and individual side and give the faculty an idea of who you are. The personal statement also offers you a level of flexibility that the SOP does not. But here you can showcase your attributes and express yourself. Whereas the focus of the SOP is more career-centric, the personal statement is asking you to weave an interesting mini-story that shows how these interests and background formed you and how you can fit into this graduate program. The personal statement can accentuate your interests and demonstrate your capabilities that qualify you to be part of this graduate program. So as you can see, there are some distinct differences between these two essays. While many graduate schools only request a statement of purpose, they will not usually request only a personal statement. Many schools you will see on their websites will request both of these together. So you'll want to check the website of the school you wish to attend to see which essay you will need in order to prepare and write these essays. Like the SOP, the personal statement requires a few key components. Among these are a clear narrative. You want to show a story of your life and establish it in linear progression. You want to show specific examples. Don't be too abstract. Be concrete with your detail. You want to show why you are a good fit with the university and program, not only with your academic background and research experience, but with your personality and attitude. You want this to be an example of strong writing. As with the SOP, you want it to be your best writing to show them that you are professional at constructing an essay. You also want to follow the specific instructions that are given on the university's website. If they give you a word count limit, you want to make sure to follow that limit, or other formatting guidelines as well. Now, this will indicate to the faculty that you are able to read the instructions and carry out the task appropriately, and that you respect the task at hand.
So let's take a look at a sample personal statement. In this statement, you will see that there is a strong narrative and focus on personal interest and details. This personal statement is also around 450 words in length. As we discussed earlier, the range of word length for these will generally be from about 250 to 500 or so. So this is on the upper end. You'll also notice that this essay has been segmented into 5 paragraphs, and the 1-3-1 paragraph structure, which is used in so many essays, is perfect for a narrative essay such as the personal statement. So in paragraph 1, this applicant introduces himself and tells a little bit about his story. Right off the bat, he sets a place. Growing up in Canada with a lifelong fascination. So both a little bit about where he's from and what he was interested in. Fascination in Canadian geography. He also discusses his family, so he makes it personal using the possessive pronoun my. He tells a bit about his history and the actual places he went in great detail. So as you can see, this applicant is already standing out as an individual, not only demographics on a page. In paragraph 2, the applicant moves on to greater detail about their academic and technical interests. And as you can see, this paragraph is quite a bit bigger. So here they focus on what they write in the first sentence, geographic information systems. And they talk about how they became interested in this field. They use a lot of technical language, which signals to the graduate faculty that they have an understanding on a deep level of the knowledge domain that they were entering into. Paragraph 3, this applicant continues to tie their interests into their academic goals. So they talk about their graduate research project and what they would like to do for it. So they've not only given a synopsis of their past education and interests, but they're also thinking to the future. And this is where the graduate program comes into play, because the student wants to show how his knowledge merges with the domain of knowledge of the school and creates a good fit. And in paragraph 4, this applicant elaborates on these goals and objectives in a very simple way. So the simpler the better in some cases. My long-term goals are to enter into the GIS field as a consultant. So this is a professional goal, and earn my PhD at a program of international reputation. So they've set fairly lofty goals here, and yet they've been very specific and given a lot of detail. And 5, you'll notice that the conclusion is brief, as you don't have much time to write here, and the send-off is polite. So they basically summarize what they've written before. In applying to the University of Alberta, I recognize your strength in both computer science and glaciology. So they're showing that they understand what the school is good at and famous for, and they are also showing what the school has done recently regarding research. They talk about Ellesmere Island in Nunavut, Canada. So this shows how the school is going to be a perfect fit for the student to study glaciology and computer science. And at the very end it says, I hope you will give my application every consideration. So just a simple, polite request to be accepted or at least considered for this program. So this essay is a great example of a longer but yet fairly straightforward and concise personal statement.
So now you hopefully have a better idea of what the personal statement is and what it's asking you to show in your essay. Click on the links below to find more information, ideas, and essay writing tips, or visit us at www.wordvice.com. Thanks and happy writing.